Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a wonderful, beautiful day, hopefully wherever you are as well. Today, we are going to listen to the Tony Williams Lifetime. We're going to listen to this track, Vuelta, Abajo, which is off of the album Turn It Over, released 1970. We're listening to this track because it was suggested by Jay Tenez, who said that this is one of your favorites. So thank you so much for the suggestion. I appreciate it. We've only listened to a very, very tiny little bit from Tony Williams' Lifetime, which was Snake Oil, quite a while ago. So we're going to go ahead and check out this track here. Let me go ahead and pull it up here for us. Oh, and I forgot to say, before we even dive into it, because I Googled this, Vuelta Abajo, and this song wasn't the first thing that came up. What actually came up was this. Vuelta Abajo, literally the lower round trip, is a geographic region in the Pinar del Rio province of Cuba. It lies in the extreme western part of the island, bordered on the north by the Sierra de los Órganos mountains. It's one of the 5 tobacco regions of Cuba. Can we give that a Google and give that an image search? There it is. That looks really, come on now, that looks gorgeous. Look, that is gorgeous. This right here just looks like, that just looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and listen. I was going to say, let me switch you back to me. Not beautiful. Let's go ahead and listen to the track. Keep that image in your mind as we listen to it. Vuelta Abajo. Kind of menacing in a way, huh? Oh! This reminds me of something. It's kind of King Crimson-esque, right? Hop on the organ. This is just build up, just steam rising. Okay, but Tony's like really like going. It's not deep that fuzz is. Fall. exciting background, but almost doing its own thing. I do like this part. I do like this. I do like that. That was just gruesome what happened there. That was like listening to a crime scene. That was a horror movie. Okay. I caught a few things. Now, to me, when I'm listening to like all of that's happening here, it really reminded me of King Crimson, like early Court of the Crimson King kind of King Crimson, right? And if I remember correctly, didn't that come out in like 1969 or something? I think it was like just before the 70s. This came out 1970. I'm just curious really quick. When did Court of the Crimson King come out? 69. Perfect. Okay. Do you think that there was any influence in here from King Crimson? Because to me, it really sounds like that. Because King Crimson in that particular album, they have this really unique style, obviously. The progenitor of progressive rock music, right? But there's a lot of jazzy kind of licks in there, while not overtly leaning into that direction. Here, this sounds like something more jazz fusion, obviously, but also a little bit of psychedelic as well. I think a big part of that is perhaps because on here you have Jack Bruce from Queen, not Queen, I almost said Queen from Cream playing bass, and obviously you're going to have a lot of psychedelic kind of influence in there. I would not be surprised if that's partially the reason why we have such an interesting kind of mix of psychedelic, at least fuzz and I would say influence in some of those riffs, mixed with the jazz fusion and definitely some of the shredded guitar from John McLaughlin here. Listen, he's playing busy. That's what he does a lot of times, right? But you got to say that Tony Williams is also very busy. No pocket. This is not a pocket song. This is an out-of-pocket song. This is them shredding. This is Tony and John shredding in their respective instruments. There, you do get a few riffs here that just kind of establish something. But for the most part, Tony never lets up. He doesn't let his foot off the kick pedal. He just kind of keeps going. And he is raucous. He is destructive in what he's doing. He's chaotic. Obviously a measured chaos, but a chaos nonetheless. And he really just brings this house down. Larry Young on the organ also brings some occasionally ominous atmosphere beneath all the shredding that's happening. And at one point where he comes in more in the second half, it's almost like it would typically be used to kind of soften things, adding a sort of melodic ambience and a certain air into the music. But here, he does add a certain air, but it's just as menacing as everything else that's being played here. The best part of this track, though, is that end. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then the hesitations. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then it goes on there, the organ's held, and then like it just goes on and on from there with these unexpected ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Right? It's unexpected. And I love that element of surprise here in the music. I think that that's great. Now, all that aside, this is a piece that I can appreciate more than like. This is not my speed. It's a little bit too much for me personally. There's a lot going on, and it's just not my particular style. But it is definitely something I can appreciate what they're doing. Matter of fact, let's go a step further than appreciate. While I don't want to invoke the YouTube copyright gods and their wrath, anger, and fury, I would like to see maybe a brief clip of them live, if I could. There is something live. Ooh, it's Blue Note Tokyo. I know for sure that they are a little bit notorious with the copyright. So let me pull it up here for you guys. I'm not watching the whole thing, but maybe we can identify some of these. Yeah, I gotta be careful with this. Hold on, let me. Jeez. Okay, this is a tribute. I don't want to see the tribute. I want to see Tony. Tony Williams Lifetime Tribute, another tribute band, another tribute band, another tribute band. I see Tony Williams solo. So cool, man. Okay, I gotta risk it. I can't risk it. Anyways, I can't risk it. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, of the track in the comments down below. J2Ness, thank you so much as well for the suggestion and for sharing one of your favorite songs here with us on the channel and with myself as well. Please enjoy Please enjoy the rest of your day. Let's just go.